It's been an honor to be a student athlete here at Harvard. I think it's a true blessing to have been able to play for Kathy, who's just a legendary coach, and this program is so historic. But the coolest thing for me is that Kathy cares more about the person than the player, and she really focuses on developing people into kids who are ready to go out into the real world, and I feel really blessed to have played for a coach who cares so much about the person and cares so much about the personal growth of that kid.
Kind of gives me chills to think about just how lucky we are to be here, not only at the greatest, arguably the greatest institution in the entire world, but getting to do it with teammates and playing the sport that most of us grew up playing. The sport that we love with all of our hearts, that we gave our heart and soul to, from as early as Pee Wee to now as Division I athletes. So it's pretty surreal to get the best of both worlds. I know that it's something that I will look back on and be able to smile at just about every experience I've had, whether it was something that in the moment seems like losing a game or not performing to the best of my abilities. Those are things that even in hindsight I'm able to be extremely thankful for because it taught me lessons that I'll carry with me. Taught me to be stronger, thicker skin, how to juggle things, how to be a good teammate, how to win with grace and lose with as best as you can, be a good loser. So those are things that, like I said, I've learned as an athlete, but they will continue to be valuable to me as a person moving forward. If I could go back to freshman year and give myself a piece of advice, it would be to embrace every learning opportunity. I think as a freshman, you're kind of new here, and you tend to take yourself kind of seriously in terms of grades, performance in practice, whether or not you're playing in games. So I think you're so wrapped up in that and how that's going for you that you don't really take the time to step back and look at what you're learning from whatever's happening at the current moment.
I would tell myself that it's more about the process than the end goal. So to focus on the process, to focus on every little step, because there's something beautiful about the journey, and there's something really special about the journey at Harvard. One of my favorite traditions is the rap on the bus. So every bus ride we have a count off, and one of the freshmen is the last numbers. They have to stand up and do a rap.
After a win, we dance in the locker room. Basically, right when we come in the door, we don't waste any time and we just start dancing. And then shortly after, Kathy comes in and usually just embraces the dancing too. So that's pretty cool to see somebody of her stature, somebody of her flawless reputation, to engage with a bunch of 20, 21-year-olds as we're dancing after a win. It's pretty great. So to play under a coach that is that amazing, but can also indulge in being a kid again, makes winning even more fun. The locker room after the game, after a win, is probably one of the things I'll miss the most.